Okay, we're up.
I want to contact. That's weird. I can't find his Salisbury's info.
We have a guest today, sir?
Not till noonish.
Who's coming in?
I don't know.
Oh.
George Donaldson's coming in. We're gonna do a fucking
Talk about his business again?
We're gonna see what's going on with the Donaldson. Let's see here.
Was he here yesterday?
Yeah, no, we have an attorney coming in. It's I get the two mixed up. Is it the
It's the land guy, isn't it?
It's not. Yeah, it's the land guy. You're right. It's Brad. It's O'Brien.
Oh.
Bradley O'Brien.
Oh, cool.
I get him and I don't get him mixed up when they're in front of me, but I get their practices mixed up. This is kind of weird. There might be something.
Is that enough light for you?
Oh, I see what I did. Say it again,
Is
sir.
that enough light for you there?
Yeah, I don't care. I actually like less light. That way I don't have to see your ugly face.
Doc, that's not, he's not saying that to me.
Hey, Dan, come here. So this is the house.
That's your present house or
Yeah,
the one you're
that's the
going
present
to?
house.
Oh, yeah.
What are you getting, a new one, Doc?
Well, yeah, man, it's being built.
Oh, cool. Where is it?
About,
How long will it take to build it?
they should be doing it in December.
Where is it?
Oh, it's about a quarter mile from where I live.
So you're selling
So
this
yeah.
with a contingency.
So then, I'll show you his. So this is the inside.
Okay.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
doesn't it?
Is that a gas fireplace, I think?
Yeah, it's a gas fireplace. It's got a nice upstairs.
Yeah.
Hey, Aunt, when you get in there, put the first spots up, please.
Keep it clean and neat.
I do. So I'm hoping. We'll see. Oh, you didn't know I was having one built, Mark?
Well, I thought because you lived in a townhome, you were getting another townhome. That's all.
I am. Hello?
He's building a townhome?
Hello?
By himself.
That's because it has a main floor master, which I really want.
What's that?
The new one. Yeah. And it's got an upstairs that's perfect. I'm having a loft with a poker table, a big TV, a wet bar. So it's be a great place for our poker games.
Oh, that would be cool.
I'm still waiting to get Mark out there
I'll get out.
to our poker games.
You should, well, he probably plays his own, but my accountant, Mallory, man, he's
Yeah, I don't play with Mallory.
he's a big-time player.
He's got one in his office.
Uh-oh, this could be a good one.
What's that?
This outbound, this could be really good.
Oh, the trash company?
This sucks what happened to this guy. I mean, we don't know the other side, but they were at a venue called Number 38. I don't know what that is. I assume it's some kind of either a DJ or a band or something. And the security guards got really aggressive with me and my friends, and I believe it's because we were black. When I started recording him, he threw my phone, pushed me to the ground, and then it escalated with pepper spray.
Oh, that's a
Holy shit.
that's a lawsuit if they pushed it.
Hey, I just sent you a outbound I want up as soon as we can, please. That's crazy. And if it's at a venue, I would assume there's, they pepper spray, then he pulled out his baton, hit me over the head. We have it on video and was wondering if you guys could take a look and see if we can get the justice we deserve. Holy shit.
That happened to me when I was a resident. One of the guards at the hospital hit me with a blackjack.
Oh, really?
broke my hand,
Oh, I remember you said that.
and I was able to sue the city of New York.
This is crazy. I want to see this freaking video, man.
Yeah, get it up, I'll put it up.
Especially if it's a private company, there's no qualified immunity. So that guy is screwed.
Well, if they were at Red Rocks, that's a city.
Well, it's not a, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter, though. Most of them are independent security guards, you know. And we all know that, think about it, Dan. I don't care if you have governmental immunity.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They still get held responsible.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's egregious.
Right.
God, that's crazy. Someone look up number 38 and see what kind of venue that is, Deanna.
Number 38?
You got it, Dan?
Yeah.
Is it like a number 38?
Okay, how does Suzanne do this?
Is it a restaurant? What is it?
All it says is we were at a venue called number 38. I have no idea what that means. I'm just going to go number.
No, there is a number 38 here.
What is it? I bet it's a DJ, right?
No, it's like a volleyball.
Social hall.
It's like
okay, here it is. Number 38 Colorado Social Hall. So it could be any kind of venue. I think we've been here for the burger battle. Is this where the burger battle was? Remember when it was kind of indoor, outdoor?
Yeah.
Did you go that year? Yeah, you did.
Well, that's one was way like by Aurora.
It was near Stapleton. Yeah, I dig. So they have a concert outside. They have tables.
They do a lot of different things there.
This isn't the one where I don't think this was where the burger battle was. This one might be like you were saying down in Aurora. I thought Stapleton, or it's not Stapleton anymore. What's it called?
Oh, that's right. I don't know what it's called now. That's
What's
right.
that?
They did change
The
it.
area?
They changed it.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
no
not
longer
called Stapleton?
No.
Oh, because of his racist association.
Right.
He was canceled.
What was his deal? Was he like?
He was mayor.
No, I know that.
I think
what was the racist part?
his
Was he part of the
family owned
KKK
slaves.
or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot different than his heritage going back generations.
They don't care.
I mean, if the guy was in the KKK, shit, that ain't good.
But the name is associated with slave owners.
Stapleton?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, because he was a mayor in KKK when the KKK was big in Denver. He was a Democrat, though.
You know, that's weird. I never really would have thought the KKK was big in Denver.
Yeah. But he was a Democrat.
All those KKKs were Southern Democrats.
Yeah, but that was a different
era, I know.
party back then.
Oh, I don't know.
And people don't understand that.
Come on, what's wrong with this damn thing? I do like this thing he's got here. It grew on me. Okay, let's see here. Excel and Master Router.
Senator Michael Bennet is touting the child tax credit payments that start going out to eligible Americans today. Believes it's something almost everyone can get behind. The polling that I've
When do you think you'll be moving, Doc? You trying to time it to where you don't have to stay in an apartment or something?
No, I don't care. I bought mine for $375.
The new one?
No, the old one.
Yeah.
We just put it on the market for $475.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, but you bought it. You didn't buy it all that long ago, did you?
No, only 4 years ago. That's a huge increase.
That 25%,
So
basically.
if I can get that, I'll just either stay with my son for a while or just rent a place for a couple of months.
Yeah. Let's see, Google Drive. Okay, what do I got here, damn it? Excel Roofing. We're on top of it. Excel Live.
Sponsored by Spa Palace.
July is Fibroid Awareness Month. I wish I knew that when I was in practice.
What is that?
July is Fibroid Awareness Month.
Fibroid.
Fibroids, tumors that women get in the uterus
Oh, really?
that we used to do tons of hysterectomies for.
Are they cancerous?
Very, very, very rarely.
What is a malignant tumor generally? What's it made up of?
Well,
Why does it, if it's not cancerous with cancer cells, what makes it just become a tumor?
well, it just grows. It just grows, but it doesn't spread and it doesn't kill other cells.
It just takes up mass,
Right,
basically.
exactly.
Okay, okay. Man, they tinned up his voice in this.
Oh, what, is that Tom?
The system until there's a major problem. Don't wait. Plumline is founded on faith and leadership. Make your appointment now online at plumlineservices.com. No phone call, no wait. That's plumlineservices.com. Service at home. Service at home. A positive COVID-19 test? Now what?
Combat COVID has information about clinical trials.
Are there any near me?
Combat COVID helps you find trials near you.
What's the website?
CombatCovid.hhs.gov.
If you think the Washington Shed couldn't get any worse, then join me early afternoon from 2 to 4. It's Michael Brown. We're going to dive right in and discuss what's wrong, how to fix it, and who to call. Join me, Michael Brown, afternoon from 2 to 4. It's your chance to win $1,000. It's the nationwide keyword.
Gracias, Aunt.
Suzanne knows nothing about that guy
What guy?
at number 38.
I just sent it to him.
Okay.
Did you see that outbound, that number 38 thing?
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, try to make your life just a little bit better. I'll make it simple. I'll put it in a nutshell. How's that? If you've been ripped off, you've been screwed over by someone, this is your show. You pick up the phone, you dial 303-713-8255 or 303-MARTINO. When we're not here live on the air, you can call 303-MARTINO or you can email us at help@troubleshooter.com. We've got a ton of stuff going on today. In fact, I got an email right before the show started. Suzanne's trying to get him up. We're going to figure it out on the first break, but it's crazy. The guy says he was at a venue. Something 38, I think it's his place in Aurora. Number 38, I think it's like this big venue in Aurora. I don't know what he was there for. Maybe a concert, maybe something. He is alleging, and I can't wait to hear from him, that the security guards not only were basically roughing him up, but they pepper sprayed him, and he's convinced it's because himself and the people with him were black. We're going to figure this out, and apparently it's all on video. We'll get that video up when you can. We have got a ton of stuff going on. Now, listen, Paula held for over 2 hours yesterday. So, Paula, first of all, I apologize for that. So there. What's going on with you today, Paula? What's happening?
Well, I got a call, and 2 days ago, or day before yesterday, and they said, in a funny voice, they said, "This is Publishers Clearinghouse," and they asked for me by name. And he asked me, "Do you know what that is?" I said, "Well, what are you calling about?" And he said, "You sent in your entry about a week ago, and they picked." Then I asked him more questions, and he wouldn't answer. He wanted me to say yes to everything. And
so he was fishing. He was fishing for information. Paula, did you send in an entry for Publishers Clearinghouse?
Yes, I did. And
okay.
He did call me by name. Here's what happened. I called that.
This phone, your phone, can you I don't know what's going on with your phone, but stay still or something.
Is that better?
That is better.
Oh, okay. Well, then this morning at 9:59, the same one called me back. And I hung up, and at 10 o'clock this morning, he called back again.
Wow.
And
persistent.
I asked him, what does he want? And then after I hung up on him,
and what did he say?
And I never... Pardon?
What did he say when you said, "What do you want?"
He said, "Well, do you know what Publishers Clearinghouse is?" And I said, "I do." And he said,
"You got this guy's number? Do you have his phone number?"
Yes, I do.
All right, hold on. Your phone. Hold on. Your phone is driving me bonkers. So, Suzanne, if we can figure that out, I'd like to talk to her again. But let's get the guy calling up, saying he's from Publishers Clearinghouse. I'll have Deputy Daco call. The only thing that makes me a little skeptical here is she said she just sent in an entry. I'm not even sure. How does that work these days? I thought back in the day they had little stamps and crap you filled out. I don't know. Do you remember, Doc? You're old.
Yeah, I remember we used to do it on clay tablets.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Let's find out. I'm going to have you call over there, Doc. And Paula, it sounds like a big scam, no doubt, but the fact you just sent something in, I'm curious. And I think all they do is sell that information. Sure, someone does get a big check delivered to their house, but my gut is they sell everybody's private information to all kinds of different people. So maybe it was someone just trying to sell you something, but the whole thing sounds fishy as hell. So you hold tight. And Suzanne, if we can get her phone working a little bit better, I'll bring her back up. Now, Steve, what is going on with you?
Hi there. I heard you talking yesterday about used car prices and maybe some of the reason for that.
The chips.
Yeah, and the chips were mentioned. But here's the thing. My wife and I are all over town all the time. We were just up on the 104th, past the Auto Mile up there. We were off of Arapahoe, the Auto Mile there.
Sure.
It seems to me that all the car lots are jammed full.
Oh, man, I see. That's funny you say that because I actually see the opposite when it comes to the used ones. And I haven't been up on that mile in Havana for a while, but I know everybody's inventory is very short right now. That's just a fact, man.
Well, I don't. My observations are that's not true. In fact, we have a
Why do you think used cars are so high right now?
That's a good question, and you didn't even have a good, logical idea for it either. You even admitted this.
So
I have no.
Two examples, real quick. Two examples, because I don't know who. Hold on 1 second. I promise I'll let you talk. But for people that kind of did not hear yesterday, what we're talking about is it came up. I bought my daughter a car 2 years ago, a brand new one, almost 3 years ago, and we actually sold it for $1,500 more than what we purchased it for about 3 months ago. Now, my car, I've got a Genesis G90. I was offered by the people I bought it from, McDonald Hyundai, virtually exactly what I paid for it 3 years ago. So there's something going on big time with used vehicles because there just isn't any around. But go ahead. Go ahead, Steve. I'll let you talk.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing. We're on separate topics. I don't disagree with you on the used car market. However, we have a gentleman that even delivers cars. He goes down to the depot in Sedalia. I don't know if anybody knows, but BNSF and the other rail lines, they dump their cars there, and then people distribute them all up and down I-25 to the lots. On the new car side, the lots are chocked full of new cars.
I disagree with you because once again, the pricing, I'll go, okay, let's use the example of a new car. When I sold my daughter's old car for $1,500 more than we bought it, I bought her a new car. That was 3 months ago, or actually she bought herself a new car. It was $21,000. 3 months later, that exact car, exact trim level, is selling for $28,000. That's a $7,000 or what, a 33% increase. Now this, what I'm reading right here, it says Auto Forecast Solutions estimates that the global semiconductor shortage will put more than 1 million vehicles from planned production across Europe, Asia, and North America. That's 1 million new vehicles it's talking about.
Well, I'm going to, you know, on the new car situation, I'm going to trust my eyes.
Let's do this. You know what? I love this conversation, Steve. Hey, Suzanne, let's get Jim Janicelli. He's a general manager, or let's get Deal and Doug himself. I don't care. Let's get a dealer up on, and let's see what inventory is looking like. Let's try to get Jim Janicelli up, and I want to see if he can get all the inventory he wants. If it's hard to get inventory, I want to know the deal, because Steve's making a good point. If we believe what he has to say, and there's no reason not to, when he drives by these new car lots, there's freaking cars everywhere, right, Steve?
I mean, I see it with my own eyes.
All right, so we're going to have someone on.
The chip issue,
yeah.
Here's my point on the chip issue. These are brand new 2021 cars. You can't. There's no chip issue on 2021, period, because you have to have a chip in the car. The dealers don't install these chips. The chips are in the car from the manufacturer. I think it's another one of those things. Like when COVID came around.
Steve, we're going to find out. We're going to talk to people in the industry. I've seen pictures of Ford trucks. I've seen pictures of Ford trucks sitting there waiting for different parts just to complete. I don't know if it's the chip. I don't know what part it is. But there's a bunch of them. They can't even finish the assembly line. All right, let's free that line up, Suzanne. And I do want to get Janicelli on, or Deal and Doug, or someone that either owns or manages a dealership, and let's see if Steve's correct. That's what we're going to do. Hold tight.
Research shows that people remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just get one of our deals. Will they tell you the truth, Mark?
What's that?
Will they tell you the truth?
Of course. Why wouldn't they? Maybe there isn't. Maybe it is just used cars. But if that's the case, why? I don't understand why it would be just used cars.
I don't either.
And why are new cars so much higher than they were 3-4 months ago? All right, Excel Roofing. My friend Jay Bretz, he owns Excel Roofing, and he did my roof probably about 1.5 years ago. I did a hail-proof roof. I had hail damage, and instead of just having my insurance company replace that same old asphalt stuff that every 4 or 5 years gets damaged, I had them put on a hail-proof roof, and it wasn't much more. Yeah, it cost me a little out of my pocket, but guess what? I'll never have hail damage again, and I'll never have to pay those high deductibles again, and I saved a ton of money on my homeowner's insurance because of the nature of the roof. They know the claims aren't going to come in. These guys are locally owned and operated since 1993. They've been around a long time. 35,000 plus satisfied customers. These guys honor their warranties, and that is so important. You want a roofing company that's going to be there after the storm and after the new roof. They have an entire department for service, and you don't pay a cent with Excel Roofing until you're content. Write this number down, 303-761-6400, 303-761-6400, or excelroofing.com. Now, another great company I talk about all the time, Master Rooter Plumbing. What I love about these guys when it comes to high-item tickets, like water lines, sewer lines, anything like that that you're going to need an excavation company to come in, these guys own that company as well. If you ever need a sewer line, these guys can beat the price by up to 50% or more. I've seen it for myself. 720-434-3406, Master Rooter Plumbing, on our referral list at referrallist.com.
Okay. Twist your arm into buying a timeshare? Did they forget to mention that the vacation time you want will never be available, or that it will cost you?
Is my phone over there, bro?
Okay, I don't understand though what we're getting Jim on for.
Because I want to know if there's a shortage on cars. Steve says there's not.
Steve says there's not a shortage.
Steve says there's no shortage on cars. So I want someone that fucking runs a
Yeah,
dealership
So
to say if
it
there is
doesn't
a-
have to be new car dealership.
No, I
though.
want a new car
Is that
dealer.
Mark's phone behind your
I need a
screen?
new car dealer. Jim Janicello would be
Okay.
perfect. I don't know where the fuck my phone went.
It was in the office.
Would you see if it's there or Doc go look for it?
I'll go look. She wants to hear what they have to say, Ken.
Okay, let me call her right now.
Yeah, there's one security guard. It's just the one security guard that's doing it.
What do you mean?
That video. It's quite long.
Oh, let me see.
The thing about it is I don't see the stuff happening. So here.
What is it, like a bar?
Yeah, it looks like it's like you know.
Here,
like
can't you bring it up to regular size? All right, play it. Let me see where he starts giving them the business, man. Can you hear it?
No. I don't know who's recording this either. It looks almost like a security.
Who is
camera.
it? That security guy?
Yeah.
Man, he does have his baton out.
Yeah. Watch it. So this guy's trying to
Not in there.
settle it down. See. So that. Oh, you missed it.
What did he do?
Well, you missed where he was going to go.
Oh, okay, I'm also missing my phone, which is making me more nervous.
Did you watch the video, Suzanne?
Yeah, it's the second one that has the most action.
The long one, right?
Yeah.
Just maybe call it. Because I have no idea. I was going to text Jim. Fuck. I hate missing my phone.
Yeah, call him.
Who you calling?
Your phone.
Oh.
It's ringing, so it's not.
Go on. You know what? Go check the fucking bathroom for me, dude.
Are we starting here? I gotta switch over here.
In 2007, Chris Vaughn's wife and 3 children were found murdered in their SUV. Chris was arrested and convicted, though he claims to have no memory of the events.
Both the prosecution's theory and the defense's theory are incorrect. That's not how it happened.
So how did it happen, Ryan?
Listen to Murder in Illinois on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com.
Plenty of sunshine for your Thursday. We'll see temperatures in the upper 80s with a few isolated storms by later on this afternoon. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
Looking for a job? Contact Express Employment Professionals and be part of their national hiring event. With one application, Express connects you with multiple employers and never charges a fee. Go to ExpressPros.com, find your nearest office, and call Express today.
If you think the Washington swamp couldn't get any worse, then join me early afternoons from 2 to 4.
It's Michael Brown.
We're going to dive right in and discuss what's wrong, how to fix it, and who's at fault. Join me, Michael Brown, afternoons from 2 to 4 on 630 KHAL.
630 KHAL, an iHeart radio station.
All right, 303-713-8255. Couldn't find my phone during the break. That drives me insane. I don't know why we're so attached to these stupid electronic devices. I mean, it's really amazing. I go into full panic mode when the damn thing's missing. It's crazy. We've become so reliant on these. I mean, I remember when there was no such thing as these phones. I mean, hell, Doc remembers when you'd communicate with a cup and a string.
We used to have a beeper, and all it would show was
the number
to call. But, I mean, once we got beepers and cell phones, it made our life so much easier when we were on call.
You had to have them because, I mean, you were probably one of the first because you were a doctor.
Well, not only that, but it was... You never knew when someone was going to go into labor,
Yeah,
so
of course.
we had to have it 24/7.
Hey, did you call that Publishers Clearinghouse number?
I did.
And what was it? Who answered?
Nobody. It says it's a number in Jamaica.
Oh, my
and
God.
I was going to be charged international rates if I let the call go through. So I hung up.
Hey, Paula, that's a reverse scam. And what I mean by that is if you turn around and call that number, you could possibly get charged by your phone company, whoever it is, for the long distance.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so don't call that back. That was going around about 2 or 3 years ago as well. In fact,
Well,
those
I
were
called
from
it back
Jamaica as well.
I called it back just once because it called 5 times and I finally picked it up. And then after I hung up, they kept calling me back.
Do you have a cell phone or is it a landline?
It's a landline.
Okay, I was going to say you could block that number on a cell, but I don't know if you can block it on a landline these days. So just don't mess with it. If the guy calls, don't answer. Every time you pick up, he's probably going to want to call back.
Yeah, they did several times, and then they were he had the weirdest voice. I've never heard anyone speak like him either. It was.
Did he sound like
funny.
Bob Marley?
I don't think it was even that way. It was very weird. It was like, hello, that kind of thing. And
total
I knew
complete
that didn't
scam.
sound right.
Hey, when you filled out that Publishers Clearinghouse real quick, did you mail it in? How does it work these days? I thought it would all be on the internet. I'm just curious.
They send you every time they have something. They send it in the mail, and you have to put the stickers here, stickers there. And then I mailed it in about 2 weeks ago, and they did. I think they said they were doing the drawing last week. And
That's
so
crazy. And this,
Yeah,
I
and then
wonder
when
if they knew the drawing. I wonder if all these scammers in Jamaica knew the drawing was actually going to be held, of course, last week. So they start making these calls, and it was just, luck of the draw that you actually filled yours out.
Right. I think it's just coincidence that they just make a million calls.
Yeah, they're
and hope to
targeting.
hit a few.
All right, we can free up Paul on 2, Suzanne, 303-713-8255. I still want to get Jim Janicelli on now. This one, Brandon, this sounds horrible, man. You reached out to us this morning. Number 38, where is that, Aurora?
That's in Denver, in the Rhino area.
Okay, and basically they have all kinds of things, like concerts going on. It looks like they have bars. They might have some festivals there. It's a big venue.
Exactly.
All right, so what happened? Why don't you walk us through it? Now, Dan, I want you to put the video up so people can see it on our YouTube and on our Facebook, and let's get other people's opinions. But walk us through what happened, Brandon.
Okay, so what happened was me and my friends were just hanging out, having fun, playing cornhole, and we were smoking a vape pen outside, which the employee said it was fine as long as we were outside smoking. And the security guards came up to us and basically told us that we couldn't smoke and became aggressive with us. At that point, I started filming, and he took my phone and threw it and then pushed me down. I tripped over the cornhole board and hit the ground really hard, at which point my friends came up, and it basically escalated from there.
Hey, let me backtrack a little, Brandon. So when the guy first came up, you guys are outside and you're hitting a vape pen, right?
Exactly.
And what does he say to you? Quit vaping? Why did he actually grab for your phone and then throw your phone?
Because I started filming. I said, I believe that you're messing with us because we are black.
I gotcha.
And yeah, so he got agitated, got upset, and threw my phone, and then pushed me really hard. And I tripped over the board of the cornhole game, and I hit the ground really hard. And that's when my friends came up, and at the same time, somebody else, I'm not even sure if it was a security guard, came and choked my brother from behind and put him in a UFC move.
Oh my God.
And then at that point, he told us to leave, and then we're like, okay, we're going to leave, but we need to grab my friend's phone from the stage, at which point we started moving towards the stage, and that's when he pulled out his pepper sprayed us, and then a fight ensued, and then he hit me over the head with his baton.
Is all of this on the video as well?
The first part where he threw my phone, it kind of went black, so you couldn't see, and you couldn't see when he pushed me. But then after he pushed me, everything else is on the video.
Oh my God! Did you end up getting your phone back?
Yeah, we ended up getting our phone back. The employees helped us, and they poured milk on our eyes. They agreed that he was out of control, and they also said they had another incident with him before.
These are his coworkers are telling you this.
It was a private security company, and it was just the employees that were working there that told us that. And they also said that they had an issue with him before. So
this is
sure, why they hired him back.
See, what I'm not understanding is he comes up, and let's say you even said something that pissed him off when he comes up and tells you to quit vaping. So maybe I could even go as far as you started the verbal altercation, but then him grabbing your cell phone because you're recording and throwing it, and then he pushes you. Dan, have you seen this part on the video? I haven't. Where is that? Do you know where that is on the video, Brandon?
The first part where he threw my phone.
Yeah.
Is on the video. I think it's the shorter one, like the minute one or the 30
And who's videotaping it? Are you, or who's videoing it?
I was videotaping, but then it was also this girl that was actually the entertainment. She was singing. She was on stage videotaping it all. I think it's the one that's 2 minutes and 49 seconds or something like that.
And she got the whole overview, if you will.
Patrons got it on video, but we didn't get it from them. We just got it from her.
Okay. Do they have cameras all around the facility, too, that they could go watch?
Yes, I believe so.
Here's what I'd like to do. I know Smarty Marty's listening because he just emailed me. I want to do a couple things. I'd like to get Marco Bendinelli up. He's an attorney that I really like, and I think this is kind of up his alley if there's something there. The problem is you really don't have many damages. You're not, like, really hurt or anything, Brandon. So I don't know what kind of dollar figure, but this guy should definitely be fired. Then in your email, you mentioned you think this all went down because the color of your skin. You're a black guy.
Exactly, and all my friends were black, and we were the only black group there, and we're not really concerned about the money. We just want justice, and definitely
Did you
for
call
them
the
to get
police?
fired.
Did the police come?
The police did not come, and I'm going to press charges. I haven't pressed charges yet, but I'm going to. I'm just waiting
I think
to hear
you
back
should,
from my
too.
lawyer.
I think you should, too. I would like to hear from Marco Bendinelli, Suzanne, if we can get him up, or maybe even John Fuller, but I would be very curious their thoughts on this. As far as damages or medical bills, there isn't really any there. But if you could tie this in, here's what I'm wondering. If this guy truly has been canned before or fired before, and they hired him back and other issues, and he's kind of known for this, I mean, it seems pretty crazy. I mean, at minimal, they might owe you something for just a bad night. I don't know. It looks like we do have Marco Bendinelli coming up, so let's do this. I want to take this break. Hold tight, man. Just hold on, Brandon. I'm going to bring up one of our experts on referrallist.com, and we're going to dive into this. And we have an issue with the Colorado Springs Trash Company, and info on car warranty, says Josh. That could be interesting. And we're still waiting to hear from Jim Janicelli. Hold tight.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, I-25 is currently accident-free, but northbound is slowing around 225 from an earlier problem, and again seeing slower traffic northbound I-25 bunching up around Santa Fe, pretty usual through there. Southbound I-25 running heavy from I-70 on down to Colfax. And watch for some slower traffic on that construction zone of I-70 between I-25 and Colorado Boulevard. Construction also slowing traffic northbound Parker Road at Quincy. Denver weather, a 30% chance for an isolated afternoon thunderstorm today, a high of 86. Tonight's low 58. And for tomorrow, another chance for a scattered rain and a high of 92.
After you do him, I'll put it up.
Wendy's only serves one kind of breakfast. It's egg and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and biscuit are $2 for $4. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's. Single item at regular price.
Blake Harris Law, this guy did a lot of great things for me. I needed some help with trust for my parents and myself. I talked to him. He gave me a flat rate price. He said, Mark, here's what I suggest. Here's how it works. We're going to do a will along with the trust. And the bottom line, it's going to cost you this amount of money. I love it. He doesn't charge by the hour. But it comes to any form of estate planning, you got to ask Blake. In fact, his phone number is 833 Ask Blake. Don't put it off. 833 Ask Blake. That initial consultation is always free. And like I said, flat rate pricing. Now, Tom can't stop talking about these guys. Mountain, I got to pull it up. I am so sorry.
Rocky Mountain
IV Center. Well, thank you, Dan. These guys actually come to you, which is the coolest part. I need the number. Here's the deal. They can actually put the IV or the drip in you at your house, your office, if you have a bunch of employees and kind of want to treat them to it. That's a very cool idea. In fact, a lot of offices do that kind of thing. But they charge roughly the exact same amount to get the hydration, the vitamins, the supplements, as these places that you go to their place. 720-987-2155. 720-987-2155. See, that one's not right either. I don't understand.
Sometimes he says ones that are not on the...
I have no idea why this one's off. He's got this. It's not even the right...
I'm going to put that video up.
Hey, Aunt, put the new ones up as soon as you can, man. I just got to... Something's wrong with some of these files.
Here's where he...
What's that?
Where he pepper sprays the guy. Ask Brand next time, is he the guy in the teal shorts?
Okay.
So I still wonder why they didn't call the cops.
He is going to.
No, but why didn't he do it at the time?
I don't know.
I mean, that's when you need to do it.
I'm not so sure if. I don't know. Marco, baby.
Is Suzanne going to send him the video?
Why don't you? You've got the link. Just send it.
Okay, I'll see if I can.
You hit forward.
Is this Ben and Nelly?
They must have fired this guy.
You know what his email is?
What's that?
You know what Marco's email is?
Yeah, I probably do.
Oh, so he's on.
MFB@colawfirm.com.
MFB@CO law firm?
Yep.
All right, well, at least Ben Nelly's, Marco's on the line, Mark. You didn't see that.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Love the Marco. What is it? Love the Drake. Love the Drake. Hate the Drake. That is true, though, when they bought him the big screen TV, and then they end up breaking up. Should you get your gift back?
What do they say? They're probably doing this all over the place.
They're playing the scam all over the place. How about when George? What does George think is way better than wine?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. You bring some ring dings and Pepsi, I'll tell you what, people will be drinking it.
They'll be loving me.
We're not going to show up with ring dings.
Find out in a special virtual event with New York Times bestselling author Rick Edelman, Tuesday, July 20th at 3 p.m. or at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's free. Register at EdelmanFinancialEngines.com. During the event, you'll get advice on how to select the right financial advisor. And you'll get a list of the...
What is today, guys? Thursday?
Thursday the 16th.
Wednesday. Damn it, he doesn't have on deck up here.
You can use the list to evaluate if they are right for you. The virtual event will give you all the information you need to help you make the right decision. And we will make it entertaining. The presentation is free. So register...
Thursday the 15th.
What's that?
It's July 15th, Thursday.
No, yeah, that's what I meant, Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why some of these are popping, because it's still on Wednesday on this. Art of Granite, Colorado Pain. All right, 303-713-8255.
Real quick recap. Brandon had an issue the other day. Brandon, let me get you up real fast. What day did this happen, Brandon? I have one of our referral list attorneys, Marco Bendinelli, listening, then we'll bring him up. This happened yesterday or over the weekend? When?
Over the weekend, last Saturday.
So Brandon goes to this number 38. It's a venue in Denver. He's there. They go outside to vape. Security guard comes up, says you can't vape outside either. Ultimately grabs Brandon's phone and throws it. You never touched him at this point, right, Brandon?
Yeah, I never touched him. Yeah,
then he pushes you, correct?
Correct.
And then keep going. What happens after that, real fast?
He pushes me. I fall on the ground, and at the same time, somebody else comes in from behind, like choke him and brings him down to the ground, at which point my friends come up. That, okay, we're going to leave, but my friends needed to get their phone from the stage. They went to get his phone from the stage. He pulls out his baton, pepper sprays us, and hits one of my friends back, and then a fight ensued, and he hit me over the head with the baton and pepper sprayed me as well.
He hits you with the baton. He pepper sprays you. He also hits your friend, right, with the baton?
He also he tried to, but my friend grabbed the baton and like wrestled him down to the ground and just was yelling like, "Stop!"
This is unbelievable that this guy would go this far over you vaping. Whether or not you should have been, I don't even care about. So hold tight, man. Hey, Marco, man, you kind of heard the story. So really, here's the question. I've already asked. Marco, how are you doing, by the way? I'm talking too fast.
I'm doing good, Mark. I'm doing good, Mark. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. We're doing really good. So you heard the story. So there's a couple things. You probably didn't hear before the break where I asked, is there any injuries? Did you end up in the hospital? There's really no injuries. They got their car back.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I did not hear that, Mark.
Yep. So there isn't any injuries. Well, I mean, there were at the time, but nothing anymore. Correct, Brandon? I mean.
Yeah, not really. My shoulder hurts really bad, and I had a knot on my head. But the employees gave me some ice, and it went down pretty quickly.
Does your shoulder still hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
Okay, so, Marco, there's a couple things here. I mean, one, let's just talk about the injustice. We have a video of this, Marco, and I think Dan or Suzanne sent it over to you. So this guy's got virtually all this on video. And, by the way, folks listening, you can watch it later on YouTube if you're driving in the car. Watch it right now live on our YouTube or Facebook. But here's the deal. So just the injustice part. If everything he said is true, this guy's upset. He shouldn't be hitting this vaporizer outside on the grounds. And he comes up, grabs the phone, throws the phone, pushes him, pepper sprays him, hits him with a baton. I mean, at minimal, this guy should be fired. I mean, literally at minimal. So on that side of it, what would you do? Would you call the police and get a report going? Or what would you do, Marco?
Well, you know what? Listen, without damages, Mark, you don't file lawsuits over principle.
No, you don't.
Unless it's like a constitutional issue, right?
Well,
so,
hold on. Marco, I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I won't interrupt you, but I think it's very pertinent. Brandon is convinced this happened because him and his friends are black, and they were the only black folks in this venue at the time.
And
that could be a game changer. That could be a game changer.
And there's other people smoking as well that weren't black. So I definitely believe it was because we were black.
Okay, now the other thing is I didn't see the video. Mark, did you see the video?
Dan has seen it and Suzanne has seen it. And it's up on our YouTube. I have not because I've got like 3 other screens I got to deal with right now. I'm going to watch it after the show or on break. But go ahead and ask Dan a question. He's seen it.
Well, Dan, I mean, is it as Brandon described it? I mean, when you're looking at this video, is Brandon the victim?
Brandon, are you the one in the teal shorts?
I'm the one in the jersey, the Tombs.
Oh, okay. Who's the one in the teal shorts? He's the one that got pepper sprayed that I see in the video.
Yeah, that's my friend.
Okay. No, it looks like that one security guard, that short one, is definitely out of control.
Like he just lost his temper, Dan?
I think he tried to just be overly deep because he did the shoving.
A wannabe cop.
Yeah, and then they did the shoving, then come back, and then he just pepper sprayed him directly in his face.
But they were outside the establishment.
No, they're within the grounds.
Yeah, but I mean, they're on the sidewalk. I thought Brandon said he was outside.
Yeah, right, they're outside, but it's still the grounds.
Venue. Yeah.
But they're outside the establishment. Did the security guard, you saw him initiate physical contact with Brandon?
Right, not with Brandon, but his friend.
There's multiple cameras taking videos, Marco, so it really depends on what you're watching. But that's a good question. Brandon, is there a video of the initial where he grabs a phone and throws it?
There is, but it goes black, and then when he pushes me, it's not on video because he threw my phone.
Oh, because yours was a phone. I get it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that's when the girl that was on stage that was performing
we're going to take Brandon at his word.
Yeah.
Right? And so, what I would say is, well, you heard my first comment, that you got to have damages. There's two portions of a case. One is liability and the other is damages, right? So, but if you have liability, but you don't have any damages, then, a jury's not going to award any money. But with the comment that there may be some racism involved, this could be racially motivated, some bias, that's a game changer. And,
Marco, real quick, how does that work? Because that would be a civil liberties issue, correct?
It would.
And how does that work when it comes to damages?
What you would do is, instead of filing in state court, the tort in state court, you would include that in a 1983 action in federal court.
Got it.
Combine the claims. And, but like I said originally, if there's no damages and someone calls me and, I try to calm them down and tell them, look,
yeah, it sucks.
You don't want to make this a central part of your life for a year, and for over a little bit of money. And sometimes it's best to move on.
How hard is it to prove, Marco? And I don't know if you've ever had a case like this, a civil liberties case. How hard would it to be proved that it was I don't even think they call it a hate crime. What would that be called?
I mean, it'd be called...
is it a hate crime?
Discrimination.
So how would you prove that? Like, for example, if you could prove this security guard in the past got in trouble for something similar, if you could establish a pattern of the way he treated black folks, for example, that might be one way.
You're making my case better, Mark. So I like that. The other thing is, you look at the video, and let's say there's a group of people out there, right?
Yeah.
And he goes after the black dude.
And not the other ones.
That would tend to show that, for some reason or another, he targeted him.
Hey, Brandon, was there any racial slurs during this?
No racial slurs.
Okay, now I do want to bring this in. I do want to bring this in for both of you and for our listeners. So, Ant, our technical board op, he's been with us forever. He's a young black man. He was listening to this story, and I want you to say what your exact comment was. Go ahead, Ant.
My comment was that unless there's a racial slur that's been recorded or something like that, it could be just this guy being a wannabe cop, just this ego-driven security guard that's been in his feelings, and just trying to basically play above his station, like a mall cop trying to play an actual cop type situation.
And he made another good point.
And that the other point that I made is that that Denver has a very small black population,
10%,
10%, and I've been a part of the only black group that's been in an area, and we have kind of gotten talked to by security guards, and I guess you can't really call it it's you could call it racism. I say if he has a history of it and it's been exclusively black people that he's been targeting, yeah, but since you basically, your gut is telling you this probably wasn't racially motivated. I don't think it was racially motivated. I think it might have been just this security guard who's got a small ego. He's got ego problems, and he was ego tripping. That's basically what I think it was.
That's not uncommon for these security guards, these bouncers, right? The other thing, Mark, is you don't want to go after an uninsured defendant. So we don't know if this security guard was an employee of the bar.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right.
No, he wasn't. He was a private. He was a private. And the person who owned the security company came and he said that he had insurance. He said, "I don't care if you sue me because you're going to be suing my insurance company."
Yeah, I mean, this really sucks. Hold on, guys. I got to take a break, and let's kind of wrap this up and get a direction. So, Marco, if you could hold on, I appreciate it. Both of you hold tight. I'm going to come back to you guys, and then, we've got some other issues. Oh, Jim Janicelli's up. We're going to ask him about the inventory. Here's another issue with Elitch Gardens. I don't know what their deal is. I think because they're going to be closing for good soon, they're treating people wrong, but we'll get to that right after this.
Are they closing, Mark?
I think the property sold, and they're building townhomes there in a year.
It's just the one, Mark. Ask Marco, you don't need damages to have somebody arrested for assault, correct?
Say it again.
You do not need damages to have him arrested for assault.
No, not at all.
So that's what they need to do, have him criminally charged, and forget about the civil penalties.
Yeah, get him fired. The guy, no one should have pepper spray and a baton that's got a temper like what you're describing.
Have him criminally charged with assault. Put that on his record.
Yeah, he's got video and stuff. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
So what happened?
It'll be interesting when we hear the audio.
Or if there is audio.
I don't know why there wouldn't be. It's from an iPhone. Why would he mute it?
So there's 3 different things. Just the long one has got the best. the security guard what started. The security, they were pushing back and then shoved them.
Hold on.
Because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen report limitations apply.
All right, you don't have to accept pain as your new normal. A lot of people have issues, maybe their shoulders or knees or back pain. There's a great group of doctors. In fact, they were in studio with us just a couple days ago. Not only do they have physical therapy, but their doctors are actually doctor-rated level therapists. You can get same-day appointments, and they accept all major insurance. This is a great facility. Martino uses them personally all the time. 303-GOT-PAIN. That's the number. Quit living in pain. 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN. Now, Mitch Floria came over here, my goodness, long time ago. I think over 20, 30 years ago. He came over to the U.S. with $300 in his pocket. He owns the Art of Granite, and this guy is the best fabricator out there. You want the most beautiful, beautiful kitchen or bathroom, new countertops. How the wire had to be run, I got new appreciation for the deal.
So now right here,